light 'em up in the ring. Light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring. Light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up, go dumb, go stupid. Yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Let's face it, you bout to get a beat down. Less talking, let's take it to the streets now. Ain't gonna be no rematch, why you wanna fight? Touchdown on sight, yeah. Turn off the light, oh, turn off the light, let's get it poppin'. Go dumb. When you see me moving, bodies dropping. Move some, move some. I'm about to go sick, call Earl. I'm turning up like E40, not your average girl. I'm turning up. We can rock like Rocky, make you tap it. Ghost ride the whip, look at my drip. This ain't a copy. We got all night if you wanna throw hands. When they see me fight, they wanna throw bands. Go dumb, go stupid. Yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Light 'em up in the ring. Light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring. Light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up.
It's time for the main event. It's the Shoe Shine. ¿Qué onda, vatos locos? Damas y caballeros, it's your boy Dave in the 702 for a Monday night special boxing recap known as the Shoe Shine. Joining me all the way from the city of brotherly love, Philly Irish Drivo. ¿Qué pasa? All the way from North Las Vegas, the big homie, Vince. Good to see you. ¿Qué pasa, homie?
What's up, man? Nothing. Another beautiful day, another hot day in beautiful Las Vegas.
Oh, my God. Is it ever so hot? Oh, my God. Shout out to everybody joining us tonight on a Monday night, guys. So much to cover. I thought that we'd go over some football news because training camp starts tomorrow. We'll start the show off with that. And then we'll get into a review of this weekend's great boxing or awful. We're gonna give it a grade. Everybody's gonna get an A to an F. We're gonna do that, guys. You wonder why I changed up the music today, guys? I wanted to pay tribute to a great family friend. You're hearing some salsa music in the background. Maybe you even know it. Maybe you saw the movie with Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez when they were married. The movie called El Cantante. Well, that was Hector Lavoe. Hector Lavoe was the most famous musician from New York that basically was responsible for the popularity of salsa music to go global all over the world. It was New York City salsa music, Puerto Rican born and bred. And this past weekend, my mom and my father, they lost a very, very close family friend, over 30-year friendship, guys. Louis Timbalito Romero, guys, from Brooklyn, just like yesterday. This man played in Hector Lavoe's band, the famous 1970s band, Hector Lavoe, La Fania Records, the greatest salsa record label in the world that took salsa music to the world. Took Madison Square Garden by storm. I mean, you want to talk about sold out. The shows that they did in the 1970s that they sold out at Madison Square Garden. And Louis Romero was a Brooklyn-born musician. Like I said, he won multiple gold records with Hector Lavoe and Willie Colon, and somehow he ended up in the Bay Area. And he was my stepdad's teacher. Basically, my stepdad wanted to be a timbalero in the 90s, studied with him, and eventually my stepdad played in his band, Louis Romero's band. And I got a little choked up, guys, because just moments ago, but prepping for the show, I wanted to do a tribute because I know my parents are really going through it, all our family friends. But when I saw what was going on Facebook and Instagram, all the loving tributes to this man, Louis Romero, who touched so many people with his music, not only from the 1970s international records he recorded, but in the Bay Area. When you talk about salsa music in California, you're going to talk about probably the second most famous Latin percussionist in the world, and he was a very close friend of our family. Rest in peace to Louis Romero, who passed away at the age of 80 this week. In his, you want to talk about legacy, guys. Brooklyn, bro. Brooklyn, you had Richardson Hitchens. These guys are trying to leave their legacy. You had, Edgar Berlanga, Puerto Rico, Brooklyn. Hey, come on. They're trying to build their own legacy, guys.
He needs to go get a 9-to-5. He sucks balls, whatever you want to call it. Sorry for the language, but he's horrible. He's garbage. He's trash.
Salute to everybody in the chat. Big Spooky,
I thought
Wally
you were supposed to
Coyote.
save this until the. I thought we were supposed to save this till we do the grave, man cave.
Hey, Bruce.
Already.
Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz, and great to see you in the chat. I appreciate the condolences. Yeah, actually, Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz, I know you're probably a music historian, but, go check out, if you ever saw that movie, this was my family's friend. He played in the great bands with Hector and Willie Colon, and the song I was just playing is in the Mark Anthony biopic movie of Hector Lavoe, and that song was called Todo Tiene Su Final. Everything comes to an end, unfortunately and sadly. Everything does come, including boxers' careers, which I think we came really close this weekend to seeing a bunch of boxers. Well, Errol Spence officially announces his retirement. His career comes to an end. But I think a lot of fighters that we've been watching this past weekend, his careers are coming to an end pretty soon. So I'll ask you, I'll start with Drew. Out of everyone you saw this weekend, aside from Spence, whose career is coming to an end soon?
Anthony Joshua's.
Anthony Joshua. Vince, who do you think's career is coming to an end?
Yeah.
Bumlanga.
Bumlanga. Hey, man. Edgar Berlanga. And guys, I really stopped drinking tonight, but I'm gonna have a shot of tequila and to commemorate Louis Romero.
And he can bring Fat Joe with him. Those two clowns.
Oh my God, bro! And Fat Joe. Let me tell you something about Fat Joe. Let me tell you something about Fat Joe, man. I think it was 1999. I was still working in the music industry and like trying to make records as a record producer guy. And I'm in South Beach in 1999. Eating at a Cuban coffee shop restaurant that's like on South Beach, right? It's like 5 a.m. after all the clubs let out, and we're faded, man. And all of a sudden, and I was with some people from Bay Area radio back then, all of a sudden, Fat Joe walks in. It's 1999, bro. He's still, he's popping. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Big Pun was just recently passed away. Fat Joe comes in, sits down with us, bro, and and he's talking to us because he knew these radio people. If anybody knows Bay Area, KMEL, I was with a friend that worked at KMEL. Dude, that guy was nice. For 1999, Fat Joe couldn't have been nicer to us, man. He had a lot of love for the Bay Area. I don't know anything about him other than that he has a special needs child. And, hey, anybody who has a special needs child and you raise and stay by your kid, props to you, man. It's hard work. A lot of boxing this past weekend. Interesting you say that. Do you think Edgar Berlanga's career might be coming to an end soon? We're going to get to all that. Let's go through some football news really quick. 49er fans, a lot of things going on tomorrow. Is training camp begins in the Bay Area. And here in Las Vegas, the Raiders are getting ready for it. But our coach, Kyle Shanahan, was in a massive car accident, broke his nose, busted some ribs, broke his hand, had a serious concussion. They said he showed up to training camp. He wants to see how the team is doing, but the NFL is asking him to stay at home for a while because he had a serious concussion. They try to keep that quiet. Now, I don't know if you guys heard this breaking news, but Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle, here's somebody doctored this up with AI, guys. Vita Vea, Pro Bowl defensive tackle, says he wants an immediate trade. The Raiders are ready to open up their wallet right here in Las Vegas because he loves the Raiders. He grew up a Raiders fan. He's from Northern California, I believe, and the 49ers are potentially going to open up their pocket. The Rams, they got a good defense. If they get him, oh, man, it's a wrap probably.
I don't think the Rams got the picks to get him.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think the cap hit's going to be high too. I think the Rams, this is what you get.
Well, he mentioned West Coast teams, but he did not mention Seattle. He wants to play for a California team. That could potentially also include the Chargers.
That's what I'm going to be honest. I think he's either going to the Chargers or I think he's going to go. I don't be surprised, but I can see Jacksonville being involved in this and sneaking in to get it. But I think they got a star that wants out. That already says what team he wants to go to and everything. But I think if it's going to be a West Coast team, it's going to be the Chargers. It could be the San Francisco 49ers, but I think the Caps, I don't know about that one. And it could be the Raiders might be willing to be sellers. They'll be buyers and buy them and, and trade for them too and build that defense up some more. But him requesting a trade just like that, this is it looks like it's going to take a minute for this to even go through. Like it's just wait a day before training camp and you ask him to get out. It tells you it. But here's the thing: I understand why the Bucs defense is not good. On paper, it's not good this year. I think the Bucs are closer to a rebuild now.
Especially if they get rid of him, man. Especially if they get rid of him. Vince, you think he'll land on the Raiders?
Yeah.
That's his first pick. First pick. I'm telling you, man. We did the preview the other day where I think most of us here, I got the paper here somewhere on one of these sheets. I think at best, I think they'll go 8 wins. But, I mean, that's a strong pickup if they can get him.
I said the best they go is 7 wins. But here's the thing. What's the value of this guy? Is the value a third round pick or a second or third round pick? Or is it a third and a 5th round pick? That's the other thing. What are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are willing to accept as a value for him? That's another thing. You gotta see if the Raiders the Raiders got the draft capital. But are they willing to use that draft capital to get better on the defensive side of the ball? And if they're in defensive games, and with that and if they get him and that defense they got now, that win total could probably go up to 9 or 10. Because I'm still not sold on KC being much improved. I think the Chargers, Fonzie's probably going to like me for this. I actually have the Chargers winning the AFC West.
All right, I could see that. Well, I mean, let's talk about the Raiders really, really quickly. Big news happened this weekend, guys, that Fernando Mendoza official 4-year, $57,270,000 fully guaranteed rookie contract. Number 1 overall pick with a lucrative $38,111,000 signing bonus. And 4 years. He's locked in for 4 years with a 5th year option. Thoughts on that, Vince? Is that a good payday?
Hell yeah.
$57 million. What if he's a bust? A big happy birthday to Alex Tomlin. He says,
Happy birthday, Alex.
Now, are you are you visiting Disneyland yourself, man, for your birthday? Because I did see a really nice picture, and Vince, you told me that the Vargas family might be going to Paris Disney. And I saw a picture that Emiliano posted a few hours ago from the Eiffel Tower, which looked really nice. I'll be pulling that up in a second. That's how much you got, man. $57 million. And tomorrow training camp. And I'm going to start doing a lot of coverage on the Raiders, even though they're not my team, really. We live here in Vegas. I figure I would do it. There is some very tragic NFL news again, guys. We talk a lot about boxers' safety, fighters, combat sports safety. Concussions are a big deal. Brain injuries, traumatic injuries, CTE. Well, a football player, retired NFL player, Super Bowl champion Jordan Devy, dead by suicide at 38 years old. I believe he was found in his home in Boise, Idaho, a proud husband and father of, I believe, 4 children, 38 years old, took his life very sadly. And his mother has been speaking to the media, and his mother thinks that it's obviously the root cause of this is CTE. Now, this story is very, very, very sad and tragic. He was a devout member of the Mormon Church, And the Mormon Church does a lot of great things for their players. One of our greatest quarterbacks for 49ers, Steve Young, came from BYU and is a devout Mormon himself. Now, I'm seeing some stuff on social media that's really upsetting, guys. First and foremost, they may not be able to send his body to be evaluated for CTE. They haven't said it's suicide, but I'm just speculating if they can't have his brain tested or whatnot. It could be because of his manner of death. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know how he took his own life, but they may not be able to test him for that CTE. What's really confusing to me, guys, and I don't mean to stir up the pot, but lately I've been seeing a lot of people whose lives have been taken away. Like you had that kid who got prosecuted in Texas. He unalived the other track player. You know, you guys, there was like a racial thing going on. There was a track and field meet, and he stabbed a young player. That family ended up getting like $800,000 in GoFundMe money, and that piece of family went and spent that money. They were supposed to spend it on a lawyer for their son. They ended up buying themselves a new house and new vehicles. And then recently there's another kid who is mysteriously passed away, and they're trying to blame it on his friends. Maybe he passed away at a little island party, and they've been raising money for him, and they've all raised more than $500,000 for his death. This is really disturbing to me that the family of Jordan Devy is asking for money. This player made, are you ready for this? He made over $4 million in career NFL money in 8 seasons. Okay, $4 million for a 38-year-old with 4 children. You would think that's enough, but he's fully invested in the NFL pension. And I read into the survivor benefits. His family is not only going to get taken care of by Social Security benefits, most likely a life insurance policy that the NFL provides, but also these children will get the NFL pension survivors benefits, I don't know, until they're all over 18 years old, and yet they're on the internet asking for money. And you're also going to get the help and assistance from the Mormon Church that takes care of the clergy. They take care of their people. So how do you, I don't feel good about this, bro. Why are people with money asking other people to help me bury, I need 10,000, 30,000, 50,000. I need $500,000, bro. I've seen people asking for $500,000. Like, for real, there's people who pass away every day that are straight up poor. Don't even have the money to bury their parent, for reals. And you got an NFL pension, life insurance policy, money from the Mormon Church, and you're asking on the internet for money? Dude, that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, man. Do any of you guys care to comment on that?
I think I'm gonna keep my
that's
comments to myself.
the country singers on TV asking for money for like animals. It's cool for the animals, but these country singers got way more money than us. You know why they do that for on TV?
Well, I agree with you, Vince. You guys ever hear about this open AI company? AI is taking the world by storm, right? My wife loves in Big Bear, California, where they all the fighters used to go. Oscar De La Hoya used to train in Big Bear. You had Gennady Golovkin. It's up there. It's beautiful. Southern California mountain, 7,000 feet. And they have a lake. And the top YouTube channel for Big Bear Lake is the Eagle Cam, where they follow the beautiful eagles. You know, it's an endangered species. It's the American icon. My wife loves to watch the eagles. They take care of the little babies. Well, somebody was going to build a condominium development right on the water and potentially destroy all the habitat of the eagles. This dude from OpenAI donated $5 million this week because his wife likes to watch the Eagle Cam. His wife's like, you got to help these people. You got to help the animals. They're going to destroy the animals as wild habitat. He wrote that $5 million check like it was nothing. Well, he's probably worth $5 billion, but...
Probably. What's $5 million on, you know?
Shout out to Alex. He says, Dave, no San Francisco Giants fans at Disney Dodger Blue with Mickey Mouse ears. And hey, that's Dodger country, man. But I hope you're enjoying your birthday out there in Disneyland, man. I'd love to be there too.
And I want to wish my wife a happy birthday and Alex a happy birthday. Today's my wife's birthday too.
Oh, a happy birthday to your wife, Vince. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Any other football news you wanted to cover? If not, we'll move on really quickly because I know
Eric Bieniemy, is that his name?
Uh-huh.
His son shot his mom.
Oh my God.
The Kansas City Chief guy.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
just saw that. I don't know
Yeah.
enough about that, man, but maybe on Wednesday we'll do a
He's
little bit
arrested.
more on
No,
that.
with no bond.
Yep. I saw a story today. I know Drew got on the air, I think, on Friday. It's big news. I'm seeing a lot of Laker fans they're happy to see LeBron James leave. But Drew's the big benefiter of this. Everybody in Philly's, to me, it looks like I've been watching YouTube. A lot of people in Philly are excited about LeBron James coming to Philly. But this is shocking news. Shocking news, bro. Are you ready for this? I want to make sure I get this story right. So, apparently, LeBron James is considering, and people are very shocked about this.
I heard about that.
He does not want to live in the city of Philadelphia and is considering living in New York City. And like the great Mamba, all respects to the rest in peace to him, he used to, if he was in a pinch, he would commute on the helicopter, which is what ultimately cost him his life. LeBron James is considering living in New York City and flying in every day via helicopter. Now it's high probability that's what he's going to do, but is that a real insult to people in Philadelphia, Drew? Is he tripping?
No, here's the thing. I'm going to say this right now. Athletes, a lot of main athletes don't really live in Philadelphia. They live in the counties outside of Philly, or they live in Jersey. Like you gotta look at it like this. Jalen Hurts, his house is in Houston, Texas. When Darius Slay played for he played for the Eagles. He lived in Houston, Texas. And it's part-time that LeBron wants to. This is a part-time thing for LeBron, moving to New York. But a lot of main players usually have houses outside of Philadelphia. It's rarely that someone lives in the city of an athlete. They live outside in like one of those nice-ass houses in Jersey or in one of the counties outside, or they move. Like some, it's not a surprise and everything. Probably doesn't want to buy a house in Pennsylvania. Rather get a penthouse in New York for the time being.
Well, Drew, you could legit drive from some of those places in New Jersey into Philly, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing is, it's an hour and a half away from Philly, New York.
But that's a long commute for an athlete to be spending in a vehicle, whatever way. But he's talking about taking a 45-minute helicopter ride each way. Meanwhile, the city of New York is considering helicopter bans. You know, they got a new mayor. He's got some different policies. A lot of new laws are being enacted in the city of New York. Does he really want to, Vince? I mean, is this a good idea to spend 45 minutes twice a day in a helicopter, knowing what happened to another great basketball player?
I think he shouldn't do it. You know.
But you know what? I think he's going to wind up living in Jersey eventually.
All right. Well, that's a lot. I mean, how far is it to Atlantic City? Not that that's a nice town.
Well, to me, like Atlantic City is not like after the boardwalk. When you go off the boardwalk, like 5 blocks away from the boardwalk, you're actually in the ghetto part of AC. Like 5 blocks. Depends where you're at on the boardwalk. You get off the boardwalk at a certain point, like 5 blocks, you're in the ghetto. It's like the streets in Philly. But AC for me is possibly a little over an hour, like an hour and 10 minutes. Like to me, I longest ride I ever took was 2 hours, and that's like it depends on what route I take to where I go to down the shore. It takes me an hour and a half to 2 hours to get down there. So, but I look at it like this. I look at it like this. I don't see a difference. But there's a sports station in Philadelphia Some of like two of the shows have former Eagles players on there, but the guys that they co-host with, two of them are some of the most miserable anti-Philly radio talk show hosts ever. And you look at it like this. One of them grew up Knicks and a Giants fan and wrote an article about the Giants before coming to the station. And if anybody, I don't know if anybody ever heard of Howard Eskin.
Mm-mm.
He was a longtime beat writer, and his son now hosts a show in there, and did not like the movie. Said, "Oh, this is the worst day ever." That station, I called it today on X for a boycott of 94 WIP because they only do shit for clicks and views. They don't do shit to report. They're the most negative Philly sports radio station in the city, and people need to start fucking not listening to them anymore because all they do is talk negative about Philly sports and say, "Oh, we cover Philly sports," but you say nothing negative, and you're New Yorkers. So those dudes can go fuck themselves. I'm really serious. How could you call yourself a Philly sports host when all you do is speak negative about Philly teams so you can get some fucking views? And I'll tell you how the fuck it is. I mean, bunch of low IQ motherfuckers, but
well, you know, even on YouTube, like people selling houses, like I pay attention to the real estate market. If you do a video on YouTube and you say, Vegas has never sucked this bad, don't buy a house here, people will click on it. People will be like, oh, I better not buy a house here. Let me check out what this is about, man. That's the way it goes. Wiley Coyote in the chat says, hey, that makes for great team cohesion. Show up on a chopper. Show up to practice in a chopper. I don't know, man. Like you said, it's one of the options he's exploring. Now, Drew, if you were a real estate agent, what neighborhood would you tell LeBron to move to outside of Philly?
Outside of Philly?
Yeah.
Bucks County, King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. If you're going to move to Jersey, like Cherry Hill or Morristown. Something with the nice houses in it, man, that's going to benefit him in Jersey. Like, there's a lot of good places in Jersey he can move to. Like if he wants to be an hour away, move to one of the shore points.
All right.
Beach.
Let me ask Vince real quick. Why are you guys so excited as Lakers fans that he's finally gone? What did he do to the Lakers?
Tore that team apart. You know, they say, I don't know if he did or not, but I'm just saying. I never liked the guy anyway.
Here's the thing. I was never a big LeBron James fan. I'm happy he's on the Sixers because with Jaylen Brown, I thought they were a 55-win team with Jaylen Brown added to the team. And with the bench players that they added and the draft pick, it made sense now to what they were trying to do. And if you look at it, and people do not bring this up, the Sixers still have so much draft capital and still have a good amount of first-round picks for the future. It's not even funny. This team, after this 3-year window, championship window, are going to be booked good enough for the future. And in my opinion, no one brings that up. What picks that he spent to get a Jaylen Brown and to get LeBron James on a veteran minimum. But now I didn't think it was. I thought the issue was I didn't think that the Lakers built the team correctly. I think Rob Pelinka fumbled a lot of the picks. Like if you look at it like this, LeBron took a step back so it could be Luka's team. Luka got hurt, so LeBron had to step up. You know, LeBron averaged the second lowest point total per game in his career at 20.7 points a game.
Interesting.
So if we look at it, they needed the role players and they didn't really have that good of a bench. So I did not think the Lakers now. I could say the Lakers are like a sixth best team in the West, maybe fifth or sixth best team in the West right now. But is this the type of team they're going to have to play fast-paced basketball every night? The Lakers. That's the way that team's built right now. They have to be a fast-paced team every night now. I don't think they can play that way. I don't think those center can play that type of pace every night.
All right. Hey, Raekwon the Goat, shout out to him, says LeBron had the nerve to come to the Lakers with the same haircut as Kobe. And Alex says, but Vince, he won us NBA championships, bald or not bald, but he has some great hair transplants. He did take him a long time, but hey, we got the banners hanging in the Raptors. How do you respond to that?
That was the COVID championship. I don't count that.
Oh, you don't count that one. All right, guys.
Damn, Vince.
Now, guys, if you in the chat like all this regular, we're going to do all sports on Wednesday. There's a massive fight coming up this weekend in hot Las Vegas. I just found out it's going to be 117 degrees Saturday night for fight night at the Virgin Hotel. It's time to talk about boxing, though, for today because we had fights all weekend long. And to start off the boxing talk, I thought we'd take a look at what Ryan Garcia's up to because I heard from the grapevine that Ryan Garcia was on WWE with his family. They showed him with the belt, and then he got up on stage doing what, doesn't TKO own WWE? So they're out there promoting the big fight, Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn next month in Las Vegas, right? Sometime in August, bro? Or no, excuse me, Mexican Independence Day weekend in September.
Rose next month.
Yeah. So he's still got some time, but already he's raising some eyebrows because some sparring footage has come out. Now, from what I've seen, Conor Benn is taking this fight very serious. And I'm a little concerned that Ryan Garcia is spending a lot, like usual, he's spending a lot of time live streaming on Kick and being a live streamer, partying, going to the WWE. Well, I guess that's promotion. But I'm taken back by this sparring footage. Let's give you guys a quick look at what he chose for some sparring. This is now I believe that this boxer was going to fight in a big the Torta division, and I guess she's helping him. I didn't think he'd be sparring a woman, but here she is, Gorlock the Destroyer versus Ryan Garcia. Oh my God!
She eating them bitches. She eating them bitches.
Oh my God! Oh! Those are some hard shots to the body. Look at the size of her back.
I'm gonna bust her up now.
My goodness.
Silver back.
Oh, she's tight.
My goodness. She got a good jab, though. Look at that. She's giving Ryan the business here.
I'm surprised she didn't flip when she got hit in the stomach.
Oh, my God. She should have applied more pressure. Now,
Catch him in the corner and pancake him.
Dude, we were at Solace Gym the other day, Vince. Shout out to you for bringing us over there. We saw Raleigh in there getting ready for his big fight with Teofimo. We saw some world-class sparring. What do you think of this sparring? I mean, that's a big fighter there. What do you think?
Ryan's an idiot for doing that.
He's getting in that work? He's getting that work?
No, that's not word. You're an idiot.
I think she's
like Drew said, he's going for the views. The views.
Oh.
It's like he don't need the money.
The other thing that surprised me about Ryan. Oh, and by the way, here's Ryan at WWE tonight. Already, there was more people before I started talking about Ryan Garcia, but there he is. I don't know if he's actually doing any wrestling, but I see him in there with the black wife beater.
I got the guitar.
He was with the Judgment Day group, the heel group.
Yeah,
attacking two guys and everything.
I Show Speed did a wrestling match. I mean, is it possible eventually Ryan Garcia will be doing wrestling matches too?
Hey, he has one more fight with De La Hoya that he can do what the hell he wants.
Yeah, actually, we're going to talk about Oscar De La Hoya, and Drew promised to have his own clapback today before the show ends. A Drew clapback at God, there's so much content to go through here.
Hey, and can't forget about BKB.
No, I got that too, man. Shout out to your nephews who performed. I think Oscar De La Hoya was on Ariel Helwani's show. He has a lot to say about the promotions, how his fighter Ryan Garcia ended up working with basically his competition, which is, Dana White. I got a lot of clips of that to get through. In case you're wondering how Conor Benn's taking this fight, well, let's take a listen to this video. This was a video created. Ryan Garcia he's having a great time. This is Conor training. And this is Ryan, who, he's pretty good at karaoke too. Conor Benn is taking the fight serious. Well, the vocals might need a little work, but I gotta give him credit, man.
My pick looks so good at each minute watching this.
Yeah, people were impressed. The people were impressed by his karaoke skills. So Ryan's enjoying wrestling. He's enjoying karaoke nights on Kick live streams, and that's what's going down. Vince, I'll get
Dance with the Stars next.
I'll get to some of the. Let's get to the highlights. Let's start with the boxing. We'll throw in the BKB. 168-pound super middleweights. We're going to grade the performances. I did not know until very late that Boo Boo Andrade was going to come back to the ring at 38 years old after a very long layoff. I think he got beat up by David Benavidez. I think I was at that fight with David Benavidez. But let's take a look at him. He actually won in the first or second round against a very unknown Brazilian fighter. And this is the KO. He knocked this dude out pretty damn quick.
2 minutes into round number one. And there it is. There's an overhand left.
Big southpaw puncher Boo Boo Andrade comes back to the ring. And it's lights out, guys. That was a nice knockout. Nice knockout, guys. Boo Boo Andrade immediately calls out Edgar Berlanga, or some of you guys call him Edgar Bumlanga. 168 pounds. And now Boo Boo Andrade, he's a promotional free agent, man. He could fight anywhere. He could actually sign a contract right away to go on Zuffa. 38 years old. Is that the right guy? Should he get a fight with Edgar Berlanga?
I don't think Edgar Berlanga can beat him.
I know.
Really?
I think he destroys him. I think he destroys him.
Interesting. Edgar Berlanga has talked about Jaime Munguia.
Here's the thing. If boxing was really a sport instead of politics and business, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade would have got the fights with Canelo, Triple G, David Benavidez sooner than later on, and Charlo. I'm sorry. He would have got it in like early on in his prime and possibly beat them all. And I'm sorry, but I think they should have never. I'm going to hide this one. I don't think that they shouldn't. I think a lot of people are avoiding him while he was in his prime, because he was a dangerous guy. And people think, guys, why nobody wanted to fight Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade back then?
Well, would they want to fight him now that he's 38 years old? Here's him right after winning.
That's what we needed. That's what we needed.
He's happy.
That's what we needed.
I think he called that Edgar Berlanga.
So, are we grading this one?
Why does everybody want to fight Charlo? He called out Berlanga in that clip. But why is everybody... Berlanga called out Charlo.
Because they haven't fought in a long time.
Yeah, they all want to fight guys that are... inactive
he's been trying to fight Charlo for years. But are we grading this one or no?
We absolutely are. All right, super middleweights on the table this weekend. You had Boo Boo Andrade, 38 years old. You had Shiraz on the co-main event, who is the world champion now, and you had Edgar Berlanga. We'll start with just Boo Boo Andrade. I give him a B, a solid B. He knocked out a unknown person. You can call him a cab driver. You can call him, a journeyman. Call him whatever you want to call him. This is not a guy that we've ever heard of. So I only give him a B. But after a very long inactivity, stretch, I give him a B. Drew?
I give him a B too. He did what he's supposed to do, knock somebody out. Yep. He didn't keep them going as he did in other fights and cruise to a decision. He got him out of there quickly. A guy that was way beneath his level, and I give him a B for it because of because of the competition and of the long layoff.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You make a very good point, Drew. I'm going to give you guys an idea of what a B is. Drew made a very good analogy. It's used in boxing all the time. Did what he was supposed to do. Yep. When you arrange a fight like that for this person, you expect them to have a flashy knockout. That's exactly what he did. Now, it wasn't against a world champion, so you can't give him an A. Vince, what grade do you give him?
I agree with you guys. A B.
A solid B. A solid B, and that's a good thing.
I agree.
All right, well, now moving on to Saturday. I don't even have a clip of Shiraz, man. That fight was so freaking boring. And we've seen Shiraz. Here's the thing. We were talking about Salas Boxing Academy. Carlos Adames put a beating on Shiraz, man. I think even Turkey had to step in and be like, yo, don't beat him up so bad. I mean, it was kind of a weird fight. Shiraz has one loss. Now he's the world champion. It went the distance against a fighter I'm not even familiar with. So, being that it went the distance, bro, I'm sorry, but Shiraz gets a straight C from me for not being able to take out and put his foot on the gas against an opponent who shouldn't even be ranked in the top 10, in my opinion. A C for Shiraz. Drew?
I'm giving it a C minus because you look at it like this, he could have ugly lost this fight. I think on some levels, the cards should have been a lot better than they were, and I think Shiraz. People put a case in that Shiraz lost this fight on some levels. I'm giving it a C minus. I think he fought beneath his competition, and I think it probably cost him.
All right, Drew. I'm sorry, Vince. Actually, I'm going to Vince now.
A C, but that sucks when you fight to their level. You know that? It's like, damn.
Yeah. Actually, you're right, guys. When you fight to the level of your opponent and he's levels beneath you, you bore everybody. Yes. Everybody's like, man, this is who's coming up next.
You gotta look at the betting odds. He was a minus 2,000 in this fight. So when you're minus 2,000, you are expected to get him out of there.
Yep,
and he just did it. He looked really bad in that fight. I saw the fight on YouTube, and I thought he looked really bad in that fight. I said the worst I seen Shiraz, even worse in the fight against Carlos Adames.
Yep. So you give it the same one, Vince? A C?
Yep.
All right, man. Yep. Well, next up on the chopping block is world champion at 154 pounds, and I'm happy to announce that they've posted this on Twitter, Josh Kelly. He has one of the 154-pound titles. He does work with Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, DAZN. This is the fight I think most people should be rooting for. He says, thank you, man, because Boots Ennis says, congratulations, Josh. See you soon. A day ago, and Josh Kelly responded, thank you, man, 100%. Let's get this fight sorted for the end of the year, God willing, all healed up. Now, as I look for this picture, it is bloody. Turn away. The world champion, Josh Kelly, fought a very valiant opponent. This guy brought it to him, bro. This guy brought the business to him. He busted up the world champion. This is the world champion. He kept his title. He got so many nasty cuts. His nose is cut straight up in half. His nose is cut up in half, and that's what he's talking about, healing. I mean, I'm going to give his opponent for almost pulling it out, his opponent, and looking good, man. I give his opponent like a B+. I'd give him an A if he won the fight. But Josh Kelly is the world champion, Drew. I think Boots needs to fight him. I give Josh Kelly a B- for getting his ass whooped like that, for getting all busted up like that and maintaining his belt. He showed a lot of heart, not giving up, not quitting. Like he did show the heart of a champion. So I give him a B-. What about you?
Who, me or Vince?
Hmm.
Who's next?
You, 'cause I didn't, honestly, I didn't see that fight. I messed up, so I can't give it no grade.
You can't give it no grade.
I give him a
I didn't
D.
see
I
it.
thought he lost the fight.
Am I right?
I thought I had it. Listen, hey, I had it 116 to 112. I think he clearly lost this fight. I think he got his ass kicked.
Hey, I'm happy that he wants to smoke, man. He's calling for the smoke. And what that means for Virgil Ortiz, Golden Boy's best fighter at 154 pounds, one of their top fighters on the Golden Boy roster, it means Virgil Ortiz, you better find somebody to fight real soon. Now that you basically got the green light to continue your career, you better fight somebody to fight, man. And it better get you shake off that ring rust because you're going to wait in line. He's going to have to wait in line.
I'm losing respect for Virgil Ortiz, man. Like the way he's carried himself, man, and with all this shit and everything, man, and like I'm starting to lose respect for the dude. Like he's acting like a fucking pretender fucking child.
The thing is, so Fundora's going to fight. Fundora going to fight at the end of this year. He's fighting soon, and it's not Virgil Ortiz. Is what can Golden Boy bring to the table to entice
Brian Mendoza?
But what can they do to convince Tim Tszyu? Well, actually, you bring up Brian. You're saying Brian Mendoza would be a good fight with Virgil? Right, that dude is always ready to. He's always down to fight the best. He's always down. Brian, shout out to Brian. That's a good fight. That's a good fight.
I'm going to mention it to Oscar's son when I see him.
They say maybe that guy don't avoid any smoke. He's got a great resume in the division, and basically Virgil needs to shake off that ring rusting and build up his confidence. It's a good fight, man. Brian Mendoza always gives it his best. But let me see. Let me turn off my TV behind me, guys. Since you guys didn't see the fight, we'll move on to the next one, man. But Boots and Fundora are supposedly in preliminary talks about ultimately somebody getting an opportunity to be undisputed. I think Boots is going to beat Kelly. Might even knock him out, bro. He might even. Drew, does he knock out Kelly? As he walks away.
Ain't nobody beating Boots right now.
Let's talk about Anthony Joshua, bro. That fight was crazy. Anthony Joshua. My God.
Tyson Fury's going to eat his lunch.
So I did a show with shout out to Big Dog Lukey. I did a show the other day. I was shocked. We did a show. It was called What Could Go Wrong, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is what went wrong, and it went wrong early. It went down early, bro. Here it is. There's Prenga. Boom!
Hey, your boy went crazy. Your boy, the YouTuber, Mario.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Mario.
Hilarious, Mario. You're the man, dude. If you're here, Mario, you're the man.
Infighting Effect, shout out to Mario. Dude, he was in trouble, and he was in trouble early. Oh, my God.
Check that guy out, Mario. If you
Infighting
guys like
Effects.
And sport,
yes, Mario, you need to come. If you hear this, you need to come join our panel on late Monday nights, man. We'll help. We come on your daytime ones. You got to come join us on Monday night. But Anthony Joshua came back and ultimately got the stoppage in the very next round. Here it is. Boom.
I'm a fan of him.
Everything could have potentially come to a finale. It could come. I mean, the whole fight with Tyson Fury was up in the air. Had he got knocked out, that whole fight, oh my God. Turkey, the big plans for this super fight in the UK or in Vegas or New York City, wherever it's going to happen, it could have all gone bye-bye. But Prenga I guess he was only good for one round. Dude, he almost knocked out Anthony Joshua.
I know.
Almost knocked him out. So I didn't really give this one too much thought. Anthony Joshua gets himself, he picks himself off the canvas just like Edgar Berlanga and wins like a champion. I don't know, man. I guess I give him a C+ because he scared the crap out of everybody out there who had a lot of money ready to invest in a fight between him and Tyson Fury. A C+.
I give Mario an A.
for his commentary.
Oh, he was awesome.
Drew, what do you give Anthony Joshua for almost getting knocked out in the first round but coming back and stopping Prenga? What grade do you give him?
C-.
C-.
I'm sorry, man. No, here's the thing, man. This guy that he fought was a C-level fighter, man. And
but with a good record.
He got knocked out. Yeah, 21, all 20 wins by knockout, but like the resume and everything. But here's the thing: you got knocked down twice by him and almost stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah, you came
almost.
back and knocked him out and everything, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, let's look at it like this. From everything that I've been told the last 2 weeks, I am really going to go out on a limb and say that this fight is not going to happen. The Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight, don't hold your breath. I don't think it's going to happen. Because as everybody's been hearing, Turkey Al-Sheikh wants this fight in the U.S. It doesn't make sense. Boxing in the United States is dead. I'm sorry. It's no market for this fight. There are 2 UK fighters. This fight will make a lot of money in the UK if you have it at Wembley Stadium. And from what I heard 2 weeks ago, from someone that's been right a lot when he's talked to me, if this fight doesn't take place in the UK, which the contract says the fight takes place in the UK, and Eddie said we have to, if he wants in the US, we have to negotiate about it. Anthony Joshua's side will pull out of the fight. So if this fight, watch Turkey Al-Sheikh say we have a venue in Vegas, Allegiant Stadium. They're going to say, all right, thank you very much for the opportunity, Turkey, but we're not going to take the fight. I'm only going to fight in the UK against Fury. Thank you very much.
Vince, what grade do you give Anthony Joshua?
A D.
A D.
He's horrible. Yeah.
Damn, I was more generous. What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. Well, that was a daytime fight. So actually in the morning, Vince and I were texting each other because we didn't want to miss what was going on in the UK on BKB. We had it featured his nephews. So I got the clip of Amato versus, who's this guy? James Springer. I thought James Springer when I first saw, I thought he was like a Mexican dude from TJ, but no, he was British. And he's British, and he was a mixed race British guy. And I'm going to give you, let's play a quick clip of how it went down, because I got his clip for Amato, and we'll give Amato our grade here too as well. Here's a clip. Unbelievable. It's a triangle ring anyways, and somehow he tosses Amato out the ring. And then what happens next is pretty, oh my God, I forgot about the kick.
Yeah, kick.
The kick, bro! I forgot about that kick. That was worse than that was almost as worse than what Berlanga was gonna like. Berlanga's like, oh, I knocked him out. Let me hit him again. He kicked him, right? So you would think, is that a Michael Jackson?
Yep, he did that when he whooped Sean's ass.
He did the same. So that's almost like a me la pelas.
Wasn't this the same one that beat Ryan Garcia's brother?
Yes. Watch this. But that was wonderful. All right, that was nice, man. A jab to the body, which the guy, because he's not a pro boxer, lowered his guard. And good night, overhand right. Let's watch that again. Jab to the body. Overhand right is all she wrote. Well, that's the sweetest revenge. The sweetest revenge.
Beautiful.
I mean, I guess I would say I wish that would have happened to Dean the Great, Adrian Broner's roommate. I guess I wish that would have that happened to Dean the Great. That happened in this fight. Obviously, Dean the Great is a much better boxer than this guy, James Springer. So I'm going to give you my grade. I would normally give him a B because he did exactly what he was supposed to do, and get a highlight knockout over a guy who had very little experience. But I'm gonna give it a B+ because it was really entertaining, man. I got a great laugh at. First of all, for the idiot to kick him, to try to bully him and throw him out the ring, and then I'm gonna kick the guy. He got away with that. So, like I said, the sweetest revenge was getting knocked out by a straight 1-2 jab to the body. I give that a B+. Drew, what score do you give that?
Oh, I give that an A. I like the dance moves, like.
So I'm saying it was a little entertaining, man. It was funny, and it was a good highlight reel. So, Vince, what score do you give that?
I give him an A, but
All
I just
right.
wish he would have done the moonwalk.
A moonwalk
he
too
did
on
the
top of that
moonwalk.
would have been icing on the cake. Now I
He
don't.
did the moonwalk against Sean, but he should have hit that moonwalk.
Unfortunately, I don't have a clip of because it didn't go as viral on my timeline. I don't have the clip of his brother Fernando Vargas Jr., who also got a stoppage. I think that fight lasted a little bit longer. It was more intriguing.
2 rounds.
2 rounds, right? But he walked away unscathed, not a scratch on his face. I mean, that's the best part.
He messed his finger up.
I did see that. Yeah, have you heard? He messed up his hand a little bit, just the one finger.
I sent a text. I don't know if they got it. I got to do it through Instagram.
Just one finger got swollen.
Yeah, the pinky.
The
He
pinky
stole
got
it.
got busted up. Yeah, and that's the one thing about this bare knuckle boxing is that you're most likely to get your hands injured or get some severe cuts. So, anyways, yeah, I give that a solid B right there because he did exactly what he was supposed to do. And Fernando's got more amongst the brothers. He's got a lot of He's got a lot of power. We didn't see it in the Kalen Walsh fight, but in this one, he put together his combinations, got him out of there. I give him a B. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Drew?
Yeah.
B.
A B? Vince?
Yep. A B.
And not to forget Emiliano, top-ranked star, 140-pound number one rank. He posted this on his social media today. They are enjoying being in the City of Lights, Paris, France.
Good life.
Yeah, man. What better way to celebrate being a fighter than being traveling the world on other people? Hey, you pay for me to come out here. You pay for me and the whole family to come out here. We take a little celebration vacation. It's exactly what the NFL does when you win the Super Bowl. They say, "Where are you going next?" I'm going to Disneyland.
I'm going to Broad Acre Swap Meet.
Disneyland.
But we're going to the Pulga. We're going to go to Broad Acres Pulga.
Hell yeah, Vegas.
and buy some cheap knockoffs. All right.
Well, go to the Bunny Ranch.
Man, well, that brings us to that brings us
Hong
to
Kong. We're going to Hong Kong.
The Hong Kong. Oh, Vince, come on. That's where I met when he met his wife, former wife.
And supposedly Belenga's wife is hanging out with her.
Oh goodness.
Oh man, she's learning from the best.
Yeah, she already got that money anyways. She got 3 kids. What's she gonna get? $60,000 a month?
All right, let's not get carried away now. Let's get to the next grade.
Oh man, you know what? Shout out to my wife. She was telling me about Travis Hunter. He didn't sign that prenup. He had one of the best wide receiver rookie contracts. I don't know what she's coming after him, but something like she wants $200,000 a month. Like she's already wanting to divorce him. $200,000 a month for the baby.
They told him too, man.
But he don't
he's
listen.
He's a stupid fuck. Fuck him.
Yep.
I'm gonna say it.
We'll see how he does. Yeah, he don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Guys, that brings us to Australia. Shout out.
We forgot a great Bum Langua.
Oh no, we're gonna do that one last because that was Sunday.
Okay.
We didn't even grade Tyson Fury yet.
Yeah.
Well, you want to do Tyson Fury? I mean, what do you want me to say?
I give him a fuck. I give him a fucking C too. I found it boring as fuck with a fat fucking 46-year-old guy that had 13 fucking losses. I'm sorry.
I didn't get to watch it. I'm gonna have to wait. Like the fight wasn't televised. It was in Thailand. I saw just the highlight of it on social media. So I give him a C because even though he did what he was supposed to do, I saw that he got rocked. He also got rocked a couple times by this guy, and at least he was able to get the stoppage. But he got rocked too. So I just give him a C. Vince,
can we just say this? I'm going to say this right now. They're both, I believe, on the back nine. This is the fight to tell you who's on the back nine more, Fury or Joshua.
That's a good question.
Is Joshua.
Yeah, I think Joshua.
Yeah, I mean, my initial take was that after this weekend, I think Tyson Fury is going to pull it out and knock out AJ late in their fight when it eventually happens. If it happens this year, I think Tyson Fury pulls it out.
I think this is both their last fights.
Because it's Anthony Joshua's punch resistance, I think Tyson Fury can take a harder shot still than Anthony Joshua. The fact that Anthony Joshua went down in the first round said a lot. Now, this next fight was a PBC pay-per-view. And the big question was, we went down, Vince. We talked to the sparring partner of Errol Spence, Brian Mendoza, and Errol Spence had been coming off a 3-year. We've been hearing a lot about guys who, they've been out of the ring for a year, but we're talking about 3 years for one of the best welterweights of his era to take off. Brian said he was in fantastic shape, and the truth was Errol Spence looked to be in fantastic shape. He ended up getting that extra 2 pounds at the last minute. They said, hey, just make it at middleweight, full middleweight limit. He didn't have to cut that extra weight. So you would think that would have helped Errol Spence, but let's not BS it. Let's talk about ring rust. And let's talk about one thing that I noticed is that Errol Spence early on in this fight, every time he got clipped, his legs were disappearing. Yep. He had no balance. Man. He was all over the place.
Baby giraffe. When they start walking, a baby giraffe, when they walk, that's how he looked.
His footwork was gone. His legs were gone. Yeah. He was and they say shot fighter, gonzo fighter. Now, he wasn't completely gonzo because he was able to throw a lot of punches. He even landed some really good punches on Tim Tszyu early. But Tim Tszyu, listening to his corner, they told him to ramp up the pressure, and then he started to take command of the fight. I think I gave Errol Spence 3 rounds. Like, not out of the 12-round fight, I gave him about 3 rounds.
I gave him 4 rounds.
4?
Yeah, I have him 4. I had it 116 to 112.
So it wasn't a blowout. He didn't get knocked out. He didn't get his ass beat. He survived the 12 rounds. Afterwards, he said, did you hear? He retires and he says, look, I realized how sore I am. How I know I've never felt this way after a fight. It's time to hang him up. I did enough in the sport.
But you know what? I think Tim Tszyu didn't look good either. I think Tim Tszyu is done. He shot.
So
he shot like a motherfucker.
Hey, you said this weekend the fight between AJ and Tyson Fury is who shot more, because these guys are not going to be fighting each other at their prime. Is Tim Tszyu no longer in his prime because of the knockout losses that he had? All the knockout losses that he shot or getting
he's
there?
Done.
You think he's done?
He's done.
Even at middleweight.
Here's the thing. No. Do I have to? All right. I'm going to do this real quick.
All right, let me bring up some names. He wants to fight Erislandy Lara for the WBC middleweight championship. They might give him that title. It's a PBC fight.
No, I'm going to tell you this right now. Lara whoops his ass. I will put money on Lara whooping his ass.
I'm not sure if Lucas Cattell is listening, but Lukey would probably tell me that Lara lands that big southpaw left hand and drops Tim Tszyu, that he's still at 42, 43 years old. A good enough counterpunch.
Lara will whoop his ass.
Yeah? What do you think, Vince? Yeah. Lara beats him?
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, Lara beat him. But it's a very boring-ass fight.
Yeah.
Give me another name, Dave.
Huh? Oh, by the way, Wally Coyote says slow, man. I'm presuming you're going to say that Errol Spence looks slow. Here's a clip. I'll give you another name while I'll put this clip in quiet mode here. Jesus, they never fought PBC, and this is a strange one because Jesus Ramos should have been ranked number 1, should have got an opportunity. Brian Mendoza got an opportunity against Tim Tszyu. Jesus Ramos Jr., now at middleweight, also a PBC fighter. Does he beat Tim Tszyu?
He knocks out Tim Tszyu.
Interesting. No, but I don't think people would have said that in Tim Tszyu's prime.
He still beats Tim Tszyu in his prime.
In his prime. All right, knockout. Who else? Vito Melnecki, an East Coast young prospect contender, only has 1 loss, and he's been getting these.
That would be his biggest win.
Vito Melnecki beats him.
Yeah, I think he beats him.
Carlos Adames, who beat Shiraz.
Oh, he fucking destroys fucking Tim Tszyu. Come on. He fucking annihilates Tim Tszyu. And here's the thing. He annihilates him inside 5 rounds.
Ooh, 5.
Well, I gave you some names, man. Who middleweight? Who else do I got?
How about this? Janibek beats the balls off of him.
Well, Janibek, I think, is moving up to super middleweight when he's done. He's done at middleweight. You know, he got caught on PEDs. He also couldn't make weight, I think, twice at this point. I'm waiting for Janibek to enter the super middleweight division.
Tim Tszyu is not going to have a fun time at middleweight. I do not think he stellars at middleweight. Tim Tszyu shot, and he's And they're waiting for him to come move up so they can get him as a name. He's done. Tim Tszyu is done. And I want the Tim Tszyu fans to have their man, to stand by their man, so I can tell them how fucking stupid they are.
Well, let me to play devil's advocate, I'm going to say this for Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu is undefeated in his backyard in Australia against every American fighter that has come down to Australia. They have lost, and that's actually very, very impressive. He has won every fight, undefeated in Australia. And something that was interesting is I think he sold over 18,000 tickets. He sold it out with a lackluster undercard. Remember that Stephen Fulton was supposed to be on that card. Charlo was supposed to be on that card. And they still sold it out. So, can Tim Tszyu get that middleweight championship fight in Australia? Would Lara be willing to go all the way down to Australia to defend his title? I mean, I think it's a possibility, bro. There's a lot of money on the line for that. But he loses. Yeah, if he does, you're saying he'd lose anyways, right?
He loses anyway. I don't. Here's the thing. He's easy pickings for somebody.
All right. Well, that brings us to Sunday night, guys. It's 9:15. I appreciate Alex Benning. Everybody that's in here, I appreciate you guys. If you like the content, consider subscribing. It's free, guys, and we'll do 2 shows a week. Wednesday, we'll preview the Golden Boy card coming up. By the way, fight night, Tim Tszyu, I see here, weighed 183 pounds, and Errol Spence weighed 174. Damn. Tim Tszyu rehydrated 23 pounds? That's right. Really, really interesting.
So
that's a solid amount of weight there. Well, that brings us to Zuffa Boxing, and obviously we were talking, guys. We were all talking. We got an interview with Floyd Diaz. Shout out to him out here and living in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, he lost his last fight at the Cosmo. One of the things we brought up to him was he, because when Floyd was known by cash flow, dude, that guy had a ton of swag. His shorts, his gloves, his hairstyle. And we asked him, as a Zuffa fighter, we hear they're not going to let you wear your own colors, represent your own whatever. And he said, I'm good with it, man. I don't care. Basically, he said it. The interview's up there. He said, I don't give a crap about that, man. I'm here to make a statement in the ring. I don't care about that anymore. He didn't care. But y'all noticed that Richard Hitchens had very colorful outfit. Pink shorts, I think. I mean, everything. He had all the flair. And the other guy from Mexico had to wear the Zuffa plain Jane shorts, Zuffa gloves, Zuffa shoes.
No, he didn't. No, he wore raised gloves.
He wore raised gloves? The Mexican fighter?
Yeah, the guy wore. Yeah, he wore raised gloves. I didn't think anybody wore Zuffa gloves that night.
All right, but he didn't get to wear whatever he wanted on his short. He didn't have any color or anything, right?
No, right.
And neither did Stephen Butler in the main event. But
yeah, he had rival gloves on.
But Richard Hitchens got to wear his own outfit. Let's play a clip because obviously Oscar's going to be here in Vegas this week putting on this fight, and a lot of people are questioning whether or not Zuffa boxers are going to get an opportunity to fight for the belts. You guys, let's play a clip. Here we go.
Belt, you have fighters that are not Zuffa that contend for the IBF and the WBO and WBC belts. Do you have any foresight on when the Zuffa will merge in to compete for those belts?
To where Zuffa will merge in to compete for those belts?
Where Zuffa will be eligible to compete for those belts too. Yeah, Zuffa fighters.
Well, that's basically what he was just asking me. It's again, on a case-by-case basis, trying to figure out.
Case-by-case basis. If they want to fight for a different belt. See, they got the whole thing. They already got it all figured out. Now, you say Shakur Stevenson, they just signed Shakur for record money. He's going to get to wear whatever he wants. Shakur says, I want to fight this dude. Fine. They'll just put it on the Big Ring magazine. They'll put it on the Ring card or a Riyadh season card like they're going to do for Ryan versus Conor Benn. Hey, here's Oscar talking smack because Oscar's pissed that he wasn't even included in the press conference, man. He's not even invited to this stuff.
Without further ado, let us do it. First of all, I do want to ask, obviously the biggest news over the past week has been the Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn fight. We had the press conference last week in New York, and everyone was wondering, A, would you be there? And B, what your involvement would be. So tell us, are you going to be involved, Oscar, in the promotion of this fight?
I mean, how fucking petty are these guys not to include me and not to, make sure I'm not on stage and make sure that, what are they afraid that I'm going to sock Dana in the nose? I mean, of course I'm going to be there. Of course I'm going to be promoting it. Ryan Garcia, everybody knows he's my fighter. So he's under Golden Boy. So, we're looking forward to a big, massive event. I believe the other day, Turkey said that $6+ million have already been sold. So, yeah, it's going to be a big event. So I'm really looking forward to be part of it.
So,
all right. Is he salty or is he okay? Vince, is he salty? Is he a little bad that they're kind of pushing him out a little bit? Yeah.
I believe that's my fighter.
Dude, they say the fight's selling well. I don't know. I haven't checked. They say the fight is selling well for Mexican Independence Day weekend. Canelo's not going to be here. Are fight fans ready to embrace Ryan Garcia as the Mexicano, the Mexican star? Are they? Because, people pay with they show that love with their pocketbooks.
I don't want to talk crap or nothing. But I don't even consider him a Chicano.
He had a lot to say about that, man. I think if I could find that clip, if I don't find the clip right now, I'm going to play that clip because Oscar De La Hoya wanted to comment on that. But how Ryan Garcia is feeling that people are basically saying he's not Mexicano, he's not even Chicano, blah, blah, blah.
I don't say Chicano.
Yup.
He ain't one of us.
Alex wants to know if Ortiz and Oscar have now patched things up. Yes, they have. Officially, I think he got the green light to proceed with his career. This was a big shock, and I want you guys' opinion, but the Muhammad Ali Reform Act is still sitting in the Senate. So they haven't sent it to Donald Trump to sign off. Now, Drew, you told me, private conversation, you feel like Zuffa is not a league. They're more of a promotion, like Golden Boy Promotions.
They're a promoter.
Okay. There's a big difference between a league and a promoter, right?
Here's the thing. When one of your boxers pays a sanction body to defend his belt and then gets stripped of it, he's taking that sanction body to court now. A Zuffa fighter is taking the IBF to court now to get his belt back and to get his sanctioning body back.
Jai Opataya.
Jai Opataya. And by the way, Zuffa means fight in Italian. I looked that up. And so if we look at it, these sanction bodies need to stop trying to prevent these Zuffa fighters from fighting for their titles. They are fighters. That means if they are fighting on Ring Magazine cards, they are fighting on sanctioning body cards. So if we look at it, you have the Ring Magazine title, you are literally known as the literal champion of that division. So if we look at it like this, if the Muhammad Ali gets stuff added to it, there's going to be a 5-belt era. Now, dude, and then here's the big fucking question. Are you going to count 4 belts as an undisputed champion still, or you have to get the Zuffa belt too? But here's the thing.
That's awful, bro. 5-belt era.
Fucking Shakur Stevenson is a champion at 140.
He beat the guy who beat the guys.
Are you going to strip him? Because he's fighting for Zuffa now? And then Suma, So here's now the WBC champion Ryan Garcia is fighting a Zuffa fighter.
But Joe, I gotta ask you a question. From what I understand, Zuffa does not have the 140-pound weight class, so Shakur needs to make up his mind if he's going to move down to 135 or move up to welterweight because they don't have a Zuffa.
Well, here's the thing.
Or are they going to make an exemption? Or are they going to make an exemption and have Shakur defend his title?
He's allowed to fight at 140 if he wants. Now, if he fights on a Zuffa card or he fights for a Zuffa championship, he's gonna fight for a 147 title. But technically, if he's fighting and the IBF title's on the line, he's fighting 140 pounds. That only goes to the Zuffa championship. And I don't think Shakur Stevenson's going to fight for a Zuffa belt. He doesn't want to fight Ohio. So I'm sorry. I just don't get it, but screw it. And when it comes to Oscar, I'm not going to answer that until I do the clapback because it's part of the answer.
All right. Well, the clapback will be the last thing, I guess. We're approaching almost 9:30. Really, really quick. Speaking of the Muhammad Ali Act, the reason why I brought that up was because Nico Ali was telling everybody, Nico Ali was unfortunately dropped from Top Rank for his performances. So he is an independent free agent. He can go fight wherever he wants. He's taking it upon himself to represent his grandpa, Muhammad Ali, and kind of be a defender of the original Muhammad Ali Act. He was invited by the people at Zuffa and TKO to come and meet with them and talk to them about what his gripes are with what they're doing, and maybe they can come to some agreement. Maybe he could have some input that maybe the Senate could listen to, and then maybe they can make some changes, man. They're sweet talking him so they can get him to sign off. Maybe they put a couple of ideas he has, and then they send it to the Senate, and then Donald Trump will sign it. But this was strange to me that he's sent with the enemy. If
this visit to be with Zuffa
taking the money.
Well, I'm here in New York for the fighters. I'm here I had a meeting with Nick Khan and some of the executives of TKO. They reached out to my team, my manager, Amir Abdullah, and they wanted to speak on the changes that we wanted to implement to their proposed Revival Act. And at the end of the day, I'm here for the fighters. I'm here for boxing, and the changes that we want to make to their proposed Revival Act will be better for the sport of boxing. It will be better for us fighters.
Look, he's the only one left, I think, that's trying to make a difference. So I give him props for that. I give him congrats. But it's almost like he recognizes it's going to pass, and unless he gives in a little bit and meets with them and whatnot, then nothing that traditional promoters and boxers want is going to be in that new bill. So what do you make of it, Drew? I'll start with you, man. Is he doing the right thing?
He took the money.
There's going to be people on the internet right here. He's behind the scenes, man. And by the way, like I said, he hasn't fought in a year. I'm sure he'd love to be on as a fighter. I'm sure he'd love to be on the Zuffa cards.
He sucks as a fighter, so what they gonna say?
Well, he fought on Top Rank. I'm sure he not only does he want to be recognized.
They did him a favor in his grandfather.
I don't know, man. I think there might be more to this story, and hopefully, what he's proposing is going to be in those changes. Alex says, "I hear that thing might not pass." Hopefully, it's not going to pass in the version that it's currently in, and I think. Don't be surprised if Nico Ali Walsh ends up on a Zuffa card. In fact, he's fought at middleweight, probably makes super middleweight. Shoot, maybe he was eyeballing Edgar Berlanga there. So let's do it, guys. We got 2 more fights to go through, and then we'll end the show with Drew's clapback. Alex has a question. He says, Vince, Tony Romo, what will be his punishment? He was suspended at CBS.
CBS will bring him back. They need him. He's a good commentator.
Tony Romo.
They'll take his life-size supply of fucking alcohol away from him.
And Skechers.
And his country music collection.
Yeah. Not my country music.
His Skechers, bro. Dude, it was like my garage is like guys, it's 100. It's going to be 117 degrees for the next 2 weeks in Vegas. It's a heat wave. I went into my garage. I keep all my shoes in the garage, Vince. And like my lower back was so messed up. I'm trying to put on my shoes, and I tell my wife, I go, you know, you're getting old when I'm considering buying slip-ons. Skechers slip-ons that you just put your foot like this. Yeah. I'm getting old, bro. I'm actually considering those, as stupid as they look. Oh, that's funny. Let's go with the Zuffa card. Richard Hitchenson's fights. Ricardo Salas of Mexico City. A guy has a lot of knockouts. He's a pressure fighter, but he's not an A-plus pressure fighter like William Zepeda, who's going to fight this Saturday night. He's not William Zepeda. He's a pressure fighter, classic Mexican style. Hitchens looks really good to me against pressure style fighters. He fought this Argentinian guy at Fontainebleau who was a very come forward pressure fighter with big punches. And he makes those guys look kind of like trash. Providing they're like B or C level pressure fighters. Hitchens looks great. He has a great jab, great defense, good legs. He's good at the sweet science. I would say he's a bucket knockoff.
Power.
He's the Brooklyn Devin Haney. He's a Brooklyn Devin Haney. You know, if he sticks to the boxing, he will outbox you.
Yeah.
And bore you. Somebody on Twitter posted, "Congratulations, Zuffa. You signed the 2 most boring fighters in all of boxing. Devin Haney." I'm sorry, not Devin Haney. They said Hitchens and Shakur Stevenson. You signed. Congratulations. Right. I give him a C. And I'll tell you why I give him a C. Because if he had stopped the Mexican fighter, I'd say I'd give him a B. Because he was supposed to knock out a B, C level Mexican fighter. And he didn't knock him out. He went the distance. He was happy to go the distance and just get a decision win. And it's boring, bro. Like, that's not what people want to see. I don't want to see that out of a guy that's much, much better. It's boring. So I give him a C. Well, I'll ask you, Drew. What do you give him?
I give him a C too. He probably could have beat the dude, jabbed the dude to death for the fucking whole night. I fucking almost fell asleep.
So you agree with me? He could have set up some combinations and start to break him down and get him out of there. What about you, Vince?
I give him a D, but the C because his uniform looked good.
And that brings us. You know what? I just want to say, overall, there's one thing that I think I agree with everybody on social media is that if you watch these other pay-per-views, the pay-per-view with Anthony Joshua or Tim Tszyu, and something that DAZN just doesn't seem to get DAZN doesn't get it, bro. They want to talk 30 minutes in between every fight. They want to show this video. They want to get 4 or 5 people on stage to talk about this and that. And then they want to talk about, this fight next week that's coming up. Don't miss this fight next week. Bro, the fight fans just want the fight. As soon as that fight is over, it should not take the other person more than 5 minutes to say, let's go, we're ready. We've been warmed up.
It's like this. You're looking at half those fucking people, and you're like this, who the fuck is that guy?
Just get on with the show. And that's one thing. I give Zuffa an A for pacing. They get it. And there's nothing worse than when you actually go to the fight and the fight's over and then you're looking at each other. Everybody's looking at each other like, well, who needs to go take a piss? I'm going to go get a beer. I'm going to go get a hot dog. And
you know who's good?
Who?
Top Rank.
They're better at it. Yeah, they're better at it.
When we go to the fights, it's funny because I'll be calling Martha, Emmy's next. And, oh, shit, just everybody get there. Because it's going whoop, 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 whoop.
You know me, I'll be like this. How am I going to quick nap in?
Alex wants to know, and you know what? I think we're going to talk about this on Wednesday. Some of the recent Major League Baseball Hall of Fame inductees. He says, congrats to Carlos Beltran. Your thoughts on him making the Hall of Fame? And I'll say this, San Francisco Giants got Jeff Kent in the Major League this week too. We got Jeff Kent in the Hall of Fame, but still no Barry Bonds? What? Did I miss it? No Barry Bonds? Jeff Kent?
You're never getting him in the Hall of Fame.
Vince, you got an opinion?
When he dies. Probably when he dies, he'll get in.
You got an opinion of Carlos Beltran making the? I think he deserves to be in there.
I don't think so, but
no.
It is what it is.
All right, well we'll debate that
Jeff
on Wednesday.
Jeff Kent don't deserve it. They're just letting people get in there.
Yeah,
they
Jeff
got nobody
Kent.
to put in there.
I'm happy for him, but I'm like, I mean, Jeff Kent's not like is he really a legendary SF Giants player? No.
Here's the thing. Carlos Beltran isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he should get in.
All right, that's kind of what I felt, Vince.
Maybe it was last time. Like the last time you get a vote.
I'll be honest, I was surprised by Jeff Kent. That brings us to the main event. We're scoring all the fights from this past weekend. Edgar Berlanga against Bang. They call him Bang Butler, Quebec fighter, Canadian fighter. Tons of knockouts by Butler against Canadian opponents, opponents maybe we haven't seen, but he's also had 5 losses. And I think all of his losses were by knockout, meaning he's been knocked out plenty of times. So this was a fight that's perfect between 2 power punchers, 2 guys with a lot of knockouts. Edgar Berlanga had 16 straight knockouts to start his career at Top Rank. I think Butler had 10 or 11 first round knockouts when he started. And it started off interesting because it was Butler that dropped Edgar Berlanga. Man, I remember we were all texting each other. Yeah. What did you think about that first knockout, Drew?
He got caught good and everything. Like, to me, Edgar Berlanga is not a boxer. And he tries and he's going to demonstrate his boxing ability against these guys that can't fight. But Berlanga always gets caught.
He got caught early. But this is the finale. Now, here's the thing. After he got caught early, it was a kind of a flash knockdown. You could tell he had his legs. He recovered quickly. It was Butler who was on shaky legs for the rest of the fight. Round 3, he had gotten hurt. He repeatedly got hurt. Kind of like Spence didn't have his legs for the most of the fight, but you could see that Butler was on the verge of getting dropped. There's the stoppage. Edgar Berlanga ends up getting the stoppage in front of his local Brooklyn folks.
His girlfriend, Big Fat Joe.
I don't know, man. I guess I give Edgar Berlanga a C+. He got the hometown victory. He looked pretty good after round 3. I could almost give him a B-, but then he got dropped. Had he not got dropped, I might have given him a straight B. Because I think he was gonna get the victory. I knew Stephen Butler would hurt him too, because we've seen Edgar Berlanga get hurt so often. I'm kind of on the fence. C+, B-. Drew?
C-. It was like he got caught a lot and he got knocked down. It was not. I don't think it was a good performance. He clearly hasn't gotten better.
Nope. Vince?
No.
F.
An F.
God damn.
Yep. He's horrible.
Alex says, do you think Zuffa will buy BKB bare knuckles? Is Dana White might be crazy to do that? Sorry, guys.
They can't call me the hater now.
I'm the hater. Berlanga hater.
Thank you, Vince.
I got you.
Hey, Vince, they want to know if you think Zuffa might buy BKB bare knuckles. Dana White might buy it. He already owns Power Slap. Not right now. Not right now. Well, he owns Power Slap.
Anything's possible.
Anything's
Power
possible.
Slap. They didn't get rid of that Power Slap. Just go to bare knuckles. Fuck that shit.
Hey, I appreciate Ant in the building. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. We're giving everybody. So we gave everybody a grade. So who ended up having the highest grade? Was it Boo Boo and Drago? Amato got a B. I gave him a B+.
No,
and 2 A's.
I gave him an A.
Yeah, you guys gave him 2 A's. So again, shout out to Amato. He gets out of everybody.
Good job, young boy.
Now I think that speaking of that, I know that is amongst live streamers, Oblivion on Kick is the right hand man of Ryan Garcia, and Amato already fought Sean, beat up Sean. He beat Dean the Great, which is the best friend of what's his name?
Roller.
And now he's talking about after that he said he'd love to get Oblivion in the ring. I'm all for it. I mean, put it on Misfits or whatever it's going to be. Hey, I don't think Oblivion would fight on BKB.
I don't get that guy. What's his name? The other guy with the ponytail, the old man.
Which one?
That strings with them. Flames. He said, Oblivion could beat a model. What the fuck is wrong with this fucking hillbilly? Marlon's gonna destroy this fucking little kid.
That'd be great if Oblivion agreed to do it in the bare knuckle ring.
No, he ain't got the balls. He's a fucking little queer. So excuse my language, but he don't want none of that smoke. Nah, they don't want. Nah, I'm gonna tear him. I can't wait.
But because it's he's got a contract with BKB,
don't let him do it. His lawyer will make this shit happen.
Yeah, they'll let him fight on Misfits.
Mama's got a good lawyer. They got a good team lawyer on their team. They're gonna deal with BKB because they're all like this. So it's gonna happen. BKB's probably gonna get a little chunk out of it. So let's make it happen at 128. Oh, I can't wait for that fight. Oblivion better just fucking quit because he ain't gonna stream for a while because Mama's gonna beat the dog shit out of him.
Well, I just want to say, I'm not responsible for the opinions of any. Go ahead.
Don't forget Drew's clapback.
No, I'm setting up the music. I am not responsible for any of the opinions that my guests may share. They are independent. And I'll give Drew the platform. He says he's got a clapback for Oscar, which he does his clapbacks on Thursdays. I haven't heard it. I don't know what's going on. And just for the record, I may go to this Golden Boy event this week. I still don't know. And I'm looking forward to it. We're going to cover it on Wednesday. It's a great... So I have no idea what Drew's going to say. Drew clapback. What's going on?
Okay. So, Oscar has been very salty since Dana White got into boxing. Since Zuffa got into the fold. So I'm going to say some things and everything, what he's been saying. So that interview today with Ariel Hernandez, whatever the fuck his name is. So he came along, criticized the Zuffa boxing card this past weekend, and said it was a bunch of mismatches. Oscar, all your fucking Golden Boy cards are fucking mismatches. You're doing the same shit. Get over it. Beck the Bully is not that good, and you're showcasing all the time. And then you're saying Berlanga fought a journeyman. Sorry, Oscar. Stephen Butler was 4-0 since moving up to super middleweight and was on a 4-fight winning streak before he went to fight Berlanga. How is that a journeyman? Journeymans lose every time they fight. They do it for a little paycheck. And Oscar, man, you're crying that they didn't let you go on the stage and show off and take over the press conference, taking the attention away from your fighter, which you claim you're for the fighters, but you want the attention and everything. And then now, you keep saying you have 2 more fights with Ryan Garcia. It's been like 5 years since you said that. Like, your fighters, every time your fighter has something negative to say about you, you take it out on them on their finances. And then let's look at it like this: you try to say, "Oh, I'm for the best fights. I'm for the best fights." But here's my point again: like, why do you say this lying ass bullshit all the time? And all we see on DAZN Golden Boy cards are mismatches. Like, let's look at it like this. When Oscar Verte fought a mismatch, all these mismatches, and then went up and fought Ryan Garcia, it just shows you that Oscar Verte is a C-level fighter. Like, he sucks. And then like Beck the Bully, he gets knocked out by Gabe Rosado. Beck the Bully is an undersized fucking super middleweight that has no skill set. So let's look at it like this. You prevented your fighters from making the biggest paydays of their career, like you did with Virgil. You fucked up his fucking career and held him out for over a year because you wouldn't let him fight Boots Ennis. And you're not doing him any justice by maxing him up with fucking tomato cans that no one's ever heard of. So now we look at it like this, Oscar. You're talking so much shit about other people's bad habits when you have most of those bad habits yourself. You're the ones that did it before. You're the one that did it before they did it. So now we look at it all like this, and you're being salty as hell because Turkey Al-Sheikh's not including you in the fold and everything. Just shut up and enjoy. You're getting your 15% cut from Ryan after the fight. So enjoy. And here's the other thing now. Oh my God. Oscar goes along and does these clapbacks, goes with the section and bodies because he's on Mauricio Sumo's dick or something, because he knows he can get his fighters WBC title shots and everything. But Oscar, let's be frankly here, man. Why did Canelo leave you in the first place at the end of the day? And Canelo made more money without you. You're just that. And here's the other thing. Oscar's talking all this shit, but I think Oscar's still resentment because Richard Schaefer took all his fighters off the Golden Boy to the PBC roster and cost him millions of dollars. So at the end of the day, Oscar, be happy with what you got. Stop being salty because people like me, tell you the truth, there's not a lot of people like me, are going to call you out for every salty thing you do because you do everything like all these other promoters do with mismatch cards, and you're one of the main reasons why American boxing is dead right now. And I'm done.
There you have it. There's Drew's clapback. Again, I do not represent the opinions. They're independent opinions by my co-host here from Philadelphia.
It's facts.
I just got to laugh, guys, in this show, but I had no idea that
Ryan Garcia was a guitar player.
I had no idea that Ryan Garcia was going to do what. If you guys remember Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern show, when Beetlejuice, they broke the guitar on Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Jared hit him in the head.
And
slop nuts.
yeah, that moment. And Ryan Garcia got to recreate it there.
Yep.
Shout out to all my Howard Stern fans. We'll be back on the air on Wednesday night, guys, for another episode with Slugged Out Sports. We're going to cover some baseball picks, baseball stuff, football stuff, and, of course, preview the big Golden Boy fight that happens this Saturday night at the Virgin Casino Hotel. Until then, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace out.